Oh, that was awkward. The music stopped and I was still dancing. Hello, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Mosby. It is the weekend. Woo! Yes! And we are talking all things crafty across this weekend. Today, still to come, got a craft vault, craft house, and right now we go headfirst into a masterclass. And today we're going to be looking at creator cards and also double-sided dies. So if you've got any of those in your collection, this is a great show to craft along with. If you've got any questions specifically about those types of dies, or indeed, if you've got any of the dies that we've got on today's show and you've not yet got them out of the packaging, today's a great day to do it and get those questions asked. I'll give you all the details you need as to how you get in touch in just a few moments' time. Of course, with it being our double points weekend, that continues. So if you're part of Club Inspire, double points for you, whether you're a bronze, whether you're silver, whether you're gold, or whether you're a platinum member. Double points right across this show and indeed the weekend, and the website crafterscompanion.com.co.uk or .eu. And if you're not yet a member and you're watching us for maybe the first time, or you've been watching for a little while, this is a good time to join. If you hit the Club Inspire tab at the top of the page on our website, fill in a few details, you can get cracking and you'll always save money on your shop. And this is a brilliant time to join because, of course, you're getting double points. If, by the way, you are a complete newbie and you've never said hello before, you've never left a comment, do that today because we'd love to say hello. We'd love to see where you're watching from, who you are, why you found us, and what kind of crafting you think you're going to be getting into. As always, the usual channels on Facebook and YouTube. I think we did have a few problems earlier on Facebook for those of you watching there, so apologies for that. If it is still problematic where you're watching from, you can, of course, as I say, watch us on YouTube as well. And as always, if you have got any projects that you've made recently from any of the goodies that we've got on the show, send in your pictures. We would love to share those with everybody else. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. As always, it is not little old me on my own for the next 2 hours. Could you imagine the chaos and disaster that would follow? Thankfully, I'm not here on my own. The lovely Debbie. All right, George. Did you just hear that, Debbie? Like what producer George just said in my ear then?
No, I didn't. She said how lovely it was to have you with us all day.
Oh, she must be saying different things in your ear. But anyway, let's ignore George for a second. Debbie, can I just say, I've had a lovely couple of days and I'm looking forward to spending this masterclass with you. What are you going to be showing us?
Absolutely, yeah. It's great, Ben, isn't it? We always like to get together and having a full day of it. So we're into our second show of the day, the masterclass. Now, creator card dies and edgeables are my all-time loves. They're the things that any crafter can use, and you can make a concept card as quick and easy as anything. But the first lot I'm showing you, we're taking it up a level because not only have we done these beautiful creator card dies, can you see all this detail, Ben, that's in the wings of these butterflies?
Yeah.
It's actually stamped. So we've actually got a die and a stamp in these, and you're going to be able to create the most amazing, beautiful creator card dies. I love the fact that we've got all this colouring medium that you can do. I mean, that looks like a picture, but it's actually got a 3D effect on there because it's actually a creator card. This one, the same one, look at that, in 2 different cards.
Yeah.
How different they both look. They just look incredible. That looks beautiful with mirror card behind it because all the windows, you can really see all that shine in there. Absolutely stunning. You can use whatever mediums that you've got in your stash, so whether it be your alcohol markers, I mean, look how gorgeous that stag one is. I do love a stag card, especially for mal cards, because the one thing that we all struggle with is getting those mal cards done. Look at this tree one, absolutely stunning. But if I open it up, you'll see what I mean. It's cut into that card and you can see right through it. We've also got, and I know this is something that all crafters grab every time it comes in, is the construction acetate. We've got the A5 sheets of construction acetate, which is really heavyweight, and it's great to use behind all your creative create a card. So this one you can see has actually got acetate in there. You can make them into shaker cards, so they just really lend themselves. You can cut them into box lids so nothing falls out. So absolutely beautiful. And then we're just going to show the flower ones just there. And I have jumped ahead because I really wanted to just get those samples in. And there we go.
Absolutely beautiful. It's great to see some finished samples. What I'll do very quickly, just so you can see exactly what you're getting in the set, I'll show you the names of them and the designs, all right? So it's 24 elements. You are going to get, as you see in the cards just there, you're going to get your butterfly frame. And remember, you're getting a stamp and a die for each one, as we've just shown you. You've also got your flowers and vines. Again, does exactly what it says in the tin. For newbies wanting to create quick, versatile cards, these are brilliant. There's your flower and vines. You've then got your natural beauty, which is gorgeous, that winding path through the woodland. And of course, you can use these individually as well. You know, you don't have to use them together. There we have that gorgeous church scene, which is your charming church. After that included, I mean, these are so popular at the moment. I'm not kidding you. Wild and free. Stags and deers seem to be the rage at the moment, particularly in craft. So that is a great set that you're going to get with this collection. And then you're also going to get this gorgeous scenic village as well, like a traditional sort of English village, that, isn't it? All of those for $77 or $98. You're saving $30, $94 or $21.70. If you want to go individually, you can cherry pick, or two for £30 or $35. But remember, those prices I'm quoting you and the price that you're seeing on screen there, you won't pay, because everyone gets a discount if you're in Club Inspire. Minimum 5, top whack of 20% if you're platinum. Double points for everyone as well. So even if you're paying full price today on that, 77 points normally, 144 points because it is double points. A few quick hellos. To Monica in Detroit, Suzette's in, Geraldine from New York, Sam from Darlington. Afternoon, says Will. Looking forward to Masterclass to brighten my already rainy day. Will brighten your day, Will, don't you worry. Tansy Pansy on YouTube. Hi, everyone. Lots of love from a snowy Tring. That's right, is it snowing? Tansy Pansy, send some pics. Tring literally is like 5 miles away from where I live. Studio at craftersandcompanion.co.uk. Am I going to go home to snow? This is amazing news. I do want that, George. I wouldn't be so excited if I didn't want it, would I? No, but it's fine. I'll drive slowly through it. Tansy Pansy, if it's a snowing Tring, I need to see pictures. Have we got a lot? What am I coming back to? Please let me know. And also, Maxine on Facebook. Now, Maxine is going to be joining us later on Craft House. Hi Ben, Debbie and everyone. Looking forward to the show and can't wait to see you all again later on Craft House. Well, Maxine, we're looking forward to meeting you on Craft House with some Sharon Callis goodies a little bit later on. Listen, send in your pics. If you've already got this collection, by the way, and you've made projects with it, studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk, and Tansy Pansy, pictures of snow in Tring, please. Right, I'm being told to shut up, so let's move over to the creative side of the studio and see what Debbie is up to. What are you going to be showing us?
So we're going to show Ben the butterfly frame.
Lush.
I adore this one because I love butterflies. So my ones would be the butterflies and the flowers, because they're the things I choose the most to put on my cardstock. And anyone out there that's from Bedford, let me know if there's snow in Bedford, because I'll be heading that way later as well.
You're not too far from me.
It's not too far from you, so it could be some snow down there. And I'm a bit the same as you, Ben.
How
I'm really excited about snow. I love it.
Yeah.
I still want enough snow to do a face plant in it.
Yes.
That's my goal. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, there we go. You know, I love Debbie so much because, like me, she gets very excited about the simple things. Today, living her best life because she's here crafting with you guys. A banana milkshake in between shows. I mean, you should have seen her when she got a banana milkshake, and now she loves snow like me. I mean, seriously, you don't need anything more for your Saturday, do you?
Oh my goodness, I couldn't even wish for a better Saturday. Oh, the banana milkshake was delicious. I'd like to know how many people have gone to McDonald's and got themselves a banana milkshake today, because I bet they have.
Hey, what are you treating yourself on today? That's the other little question I want to know then. So we've had a sneaky Mackey's and Debbie's had a banana milkshake. What's your Saturday treats? What have you thought, oh, it's the weekend, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. What are you treating yourself to right now whilst you're crafting that you sort of leave till the weekend? So let us know what it is on Facebook and on YouTube, your little weekend treat. Right. Debbie's
Right,
Debbie.
so what we've been doing, Ben, is I've used, through my big Gemini, I've used my Gemini Junior plate, so quick crafting. Look how easy, I mean, that has just fallen off of my card there. Look how easy it is. All those bits are cut out for you. And these wings will lift up as well. So they've got a lot of movability on there, which is amazing. Love that. So I'm going to clear up my workings, and then we're going to get stamping, and we're going to do a bit of colouring. So I'm going to be using tri-blend pens today because they are definitely my pen of choice. So if you did want to treat yourself to some tri-blend markers or try out some alcohol colouring, then it's the best pens to use because you're getting a 3-pen blend in one. The stamps are photopolymer, so they're really high quality stamps and stamp beautifully.
Yeah.
So what I am going to do is I'm bringing in my stamping platform. I don't think it's on the show, but you will find it on the website. I'm going to bring this one in, and we're just going to pop our little magnets to the side. So putting them on the edge there.
Check the web, we have got stamping platforms in stock, and we've certainly got them on the latest show for you as well. So do have a look, and remember, double points and everything, which is rather nice, isn't it? Not just on this show, but right across the web until the end of the day tomorrow. Absolutely.
So I'm just making sure that my magnets are going right on that edge, so they're not taking up any stamp room. And then I'm just going to make sure that I've placed that, and because you can see through them, you can see exactly where that's going. And I'm just going to put my head under, so excuse my undone roots. We will just pop them on there and line that up. So that's perfectly in my image. Then I'm going to pop my top plate on, push that down, that will pick that up, and I'm just going to, because that's moved now, I had a feeling that would move. So let me tell you another little trick. Because there's I've not left a lot of room on the sides to put my magnets on, my stamp has pulled that up.
Right.
So, and it's actually good that things like this happen. Now, I think HSN did do a stick and spray for us, so you might be able to find that, or your own one in America. But we do a stick and spray that I'm just going to lightly spray onto my surface here. Because what will happen then, when I pop this down, it will stick to there, and I don't have to worry about it coming up. So I'm going to just reposition my stamp over the top.
Is it always this way around you do it as well? Because a lot of people talk about when we have the stamp and die sets, whether it's best to do die cut then stamp, or stamp and then die cut.
You can do either. If I bring in my die, Ben, you'll see why I do it this way. It's a closed die, what I call a closed die. When you've got little areas where you can see the edge of where you're going to stamp, you can then die cut. You can then stamp and then die cut.
Yeah.
I always find that these ones are better. I'm just going to make sure that's in position. These are better to die cut first and then stamp.
Okay.
So there we go, and that way I know that that's going to stay on my mat now. And for anyone that's watching, because I know Joe makes a big fuss about it, that I make the mat very messy, and Jan always comes in and complains about me, bless her, because I leave the mat sticky. But I have been cleaning it now when I go, Ben, so I've been very good.
There's lots of blame. It seems to be that lots of you are blaming each other for lots of different mess and things being left and things being not put back in the right place.
It's not blame, Ben.
Is it not?
We're just stating factual things.
Blame. Blame.
We love each other. Genuinely, we love each other.
Yeah.
So
say that again. Go on. We do. We all genuinely love each other. We were actually, Debbie and I, chatting about that last night, about how there's so many different personalities. And I know we always say this sounds really cheesy, and you can believe us or not, but we are one big happy family. But we've got so many different personalities, haven't we, in our little crafty family?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so many, and it's what makes us who we are. Yeah. So you can see on here, and I can see a bit here, where it's just missed. This is what I love about the stamping platform. So I'm just making sure that where those butterflies are, I'm just putting a bit of ink on there, just to pop back down to make sure we catch those. And onto that one, and then that fills our gap. Oh, still a little bit more. That doesn't seem to want to go down on that bit there. So we've got that full now, beautiful stamp on there. So let me just pop this to one side. I'm going to peel this off gently where we've inked it up. That will just peel my butterfly, because the butterfly wings are, there we go. Pop pop that down and off of there. And there we go. So we've got our beautiful die cut. So let me pop that to one side. And then we're going to bring our pens into play. So I'm just going to grab myself a piece of card, because what we do need to do is when we are colouring, we're going to use a piece of card on the base that we can colour down onto. So I'm going to bring in my pens. The tricolour pens come with a light, a medium and a dark. So you can see they give us our top, our light, our mid and our dark colour. And then I'm just going to start to bring these pens in. So I'm using my lightest one to start with, then switch in and we're going to just blend out that darker one.
Whilst you're colouring, a few more messages coming in. Maxine, who's with us later on, says, love seeing you two together. Well, it's going to be the three of us later on, isn't it? That's going to be exciting. That should be good. Mandy Doodlehands, what a brilliant name.
Doodle Hands.
Mandy Doodle Hands.
Amazing. Oh, I want that name. Debbie Doodle Hands. I love that name. That's so nice.
You can change your name for about 20 quid these days, can't you?
Oh, there you go.
Debbie Doodle Hands.
Debbie Doodle Hands. That's amazing.
Good afternoon. My husband was dancing to your song. He loves it. There's a few comments actually on that. Will on the Crafty Craft says, I love the Masterclass theme tune. I wiggle to it too. To be honest with you, we were all wiggling to that tune. It's one of our absolute faves. It sounds a bit like Puppet on a String by Sandy Shaw. We all sort of sing along our own little versions at the start of the show. Aisha says, good morning from a freezing New Jersey. Looking forward to my lessons for the day. Hello, Ben and Debbie. And Tansy Pansy on YouTube says, it is snowing in Tring, but not settling, sadly. And Maxine saying that as well. Disappointed you will be. It's snowing, but not settling. Oh, well. Oh, well. Well, the more it snows then, the more chance it's got to settle, surely, isn't it?
You'd think so.
So fingers crossed.
Well, it depends. If it's not cold enough, it just doesn't, once it starts to fall, it just doesn't settle,
yeah,
does
we've had a bit of rain around as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
So, oh well, never mind. Lots of messages coming in about what you're treating yourself to today. So we'll chat more about that in just a second. So you're using your tri-blends at the minute, Debbie, yeah?
And I'm using one pen, but look at that ombre that we're getting on there. It looks beautiful. So there we go. So I'm not going to do loads of colouring. We're just going to do these, we're just going to actually do sort of the ombre effect that we've got on there. So I'm going to put that to the side and bring in my finish one. So we've coloured all this in. The aqua colours are the same, they're just watercolours, so they work really well, and we definitely have them on the show, so have a look at those. So then what I'm going to do, Ben, is I've got myself a card. Let's pop these all to the side. And then we will make our finished project. So I've done this one as a bit as a panel. I've also allowed for just a small section at the side that I can just bend, and we can give that a wrap around our card. Okay. So popping that there. I love the fact with Creator Cards, they do all the work for us.
Absolutely. And again, we've been talking lots about beginner crafters, haven't we? Who are sort of joining us and watching us for the first time. These really are a great collection to have, aren't they, if you're new to it, because like you say, it kind of, well, it creates the card, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, the name is exactly what they say they are. So if you've got a card blank like this one, you could literally use this onto the front, cut it out completely, and you've got a freestanding card straight away. You might just want to leave it black and white, and it looks amazing like that as well. So what I have got is just my front here. I'm going to wrap this. Now I've done this one a little bit smaller. So if I put that into that corner and stick that, can you see this bit's bigger? Yeah. Because that way I'm going to have a little bow. It will bow the front of the card there. Okay. So it just makes something really different. And if you've got the acetate, you could put the acetate on as well, and it would really look lovely. So I'm going to use my tape pen. We had them on in this morning's show. We had an amazing deal on them. You can still shop for those. Yes. So amazing. £10 show that, wouldn't it? The cartload craft vault show from earlier, everything on the show, £10 or €15 or $20, and we had some ridiculous stuff on that, like the adhesive bundle that Debbie's going on about. We had the Ben bonbon box on there, and also it's the bonbon box, which was worth £35 for a tenner. And we also had the gorgeous, it was from the Crafty Fun collection, wasn't it? The paper and the paper pearl card as well for a tenner. Yeah. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous prices. And we'll be back with those at 7 tonight, which
If
is
they're
amazing.
still here, we will. They might have sold out by then.
Oh yeah, that's true. We'll still be back though, Ben.
We will. We'll still be back with whatever's left.
So just using my tape pen to stick this to the front of the card. What I love about this one, doesn't matter which way round it goes.
Yeah.
You've got all your different butterflies. So both the same on each panel, which is amazing. And then we're just going to take that to the side of my card as that cut to the front. Stick that down and then onto the opposite end. And in between, and then all I've got is my hello. I do love a hello sentiment.
I love, say it again.
Hello.
I love the way you say it. Do it again, go on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And that's the stamp that you get in with the stamps as well. So you do get that on there, and we're just going to pop that.
Oh, you've got them all singing
There's
Lionel
so
Richie
many different hellos, isn't there, of songs?
Yes.
So there, send us your favourite hello song. Is it Adele? Is it, who else done? There was
Lionel Richie.
Lionel Richie, but there
Hello.
was someone else that done a hello as well.
Oh, there's the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Hello,
yes.
goodbye.
Yes. Hello, my friend. Hello.
Hello.
Who does that
I
one?
just
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond.
Neil Diamond. Yeah, there's loads of
hello.
hello songs. Yes. Sorry about the singing.
Please, can you send in more of those your favourite hello song, please, and then we'll sing them for you on the show. Not all the way
Ben will.
through. You know. I think that's pretty much covered off all the big ones, actually. You had me at hello. That's not a song, is it? Oh, it's a what? Oh, it's by that well-known band, producer George was telling me, by the band called, what are they called?
A Day to Remember.
A Day to Remember, yeah.
That's the band, not the song.
Anyway, George, yes, moving on. Let's talk about what we get in this collection. Well, we've got the Creator Card Stamp and Die Collection. And as you can see, really easy to use. The demonstration that you've just seen there with your gorgeous butterfly frames, just so simple. Whether you just want to cut this straight into your card and give yourself a beautiful frame, black on white, amazing. If you just want to use the stamp on its own, you can do. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Or then combine the two to create something like this where you get all of that gorgeous detailing. You're also going to get congratulations and hello with that too. Hello, my friend. You've also got flowers and vines. Again, exactly the same. You've got your die to cut that beautiful frame, the stamp to give you the detailing, and then you can get your colours into that too. Thank you, and for a special someone are your sentiments with that. This is your natural beauty. I love this. It's like a little sort of winding road. It's the long and winding road, isn't it? It's like the winding road through the forest there. Looks gorgeous. You've got just for you, and have a wonderful day as your sentiments. Then, this is your charming church. How gorgeous is that? Absolutely beautiful. You've got this beautiful church you can die cut out, and then the stamp as well. Enjoy your special day thinking of you. Brilliant. There's a wedding card, that one, isn't it? So whilst I'm just telling you all about this, chatting in my ear about putting together a crafting playlist. All right, so whilst I'm just talking about these, producer George is wanting us to come up with what do you listen to whilst you're crafting? I mean, obviously us, but when we're not with you, what's your crafting tune of choice? What's on in your craft room whilst you're crafting? And then maybe we can put some sort of little mixtape together and sell it for millions. You can let us know, Facebook and YouTube. What's your go-to craft tune? That's a really good topic, George. Well done. I can see why you're back. Wild and Free is the next one that you've got in the collection. I love it. Stag steers, so on point, so on trend at the minute. There's the die cutting you that beautiful frame. There's the gorgeous stamp with all of the detailing. Happy birthday and with love. And last but by no means least, the Scenic Village. That is your typical sort of bucolic English country village, that, isn't it? I love that. Beautiful artwork, beautiful stamp. Combine the two, look what you can do. Best wishes, and especially for you. £77 or $98 is the deal on that. Double points as well, don't forget. So, I mean, that's massive points, isn't it? If you're going for this today, £77, $98, double points. Platinum members, you don't pay that price though, don't forget, because you got 20% off. Right, we're going to have a look at these cards next. the Christmas creator cards. So these are just here for you. And again, I want to say I've only seen these once before, actually. Same concept with these, but sort of a different theme, really. Obviously, a Christmas theme. And I know it sounds silly to say it, right? I know it sounds silly to say it. It's January the 30th, but now's the time to get these because, you know, we're selling Christmas things in January, which means the prices are going to be a little bit lower, aren't they? So now is the time to craft. And I know in the crafty world, you start getting ready for Christmas in like June, July time anyway. So the different style cards that you've got with this, here's my favourite, which is the night before Christmas. So again, it gives you the ability to create a card from scratch, really, because you get the frame and then you get all of the detailing to be able to, I mean, look at that. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? You don't have to be too overcomplicated with these at all. Just choose your favourite cardstock and away you go. I love the fact with this particular one, you've got the sort of mirror card on the sleigh and then the star there as well, really bringing that to life. So that one there is your night before Christmas. You've then got Nostalgic Christmas, which is these absolutely gorgeous baubles. Again, look at the detailing that you can achieve, and again, how beautifully that is going to look on your Christmas project. So you get these absolutely stunning baubles. Next up is your Nordic reindeer, right? And if you loved the reindeer that we had in the last set, you're going to absolutely love this collection as well. Take a look at that. What I love about this, and George is exactly the same, is you've got the detailing of that gold mirror. It's just sort of like offset, isn't it? And the way that it kind of just sort of comes off the branches of the trees there, it's like golden snow. Not yellow snow. For goodness sake, George. Golden snow. And what I love about this as well, look at, right, so if you multiple cut this, look at this, which Nicole made. I think that is absolutely brilliant. So it's cutting it multiple times, isn't it, and layering it up. But then you can see on each of the layers, different elements have been snipped out. So it gives you that, look, so you can see how it's been put together. It gives you that real level of depth and dimension, which takes you right into the project. So it's literally cutting out multiple times, fussy cutting items out. And then I just think that is wonderful. That is included in there, which is your Nordic reindeer. And then you've also got Bethlehem as well, which again is the nativity scene, if you like. And once again with that, it's kind of that whole thing of sort of just offsetting with a bit of mirror behind. Love the piece on the earth with that too. And then again here, just showing you how you can use the die itself just onto a piece of acetate as well. It is gorgeous. So you get all four of those in this collection. So the Night Before Christmas, your Nostalgic Christmas, your Nordic reindeer, and then your Bethlehem too. £45, $60. You're making a saving on that already today. Take another 20% off that if you're platinum. That is £36 or $48 on that deal. And as I said, if you weren't thinking about on January the 30th going for some Christmas goodies, it's a good time to get it because the deals are low and it gets you ready for Christmas when it does come around, and it will be here before you know it. Right, let's have a look at the double-sided dies, the floral ones. These are absolutely gorgeous. The window floral theme. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you the boards here, and then we can get some finished samples over the side with Debbie. But we had some double-sided dies on the earlier show, actually, on the Craft Vault show. With these, of course, you will need your double-sided plates. But the brilliant thing about these is it is one panel with two cuts on either side to allow you to get one pass. And look, it's so simple. Two different panels to build up the actual window, the actual frame itself. So that's your first one within the collection, which is your cherry blossom window. Absolutely gorgeous. What it is with these, again, and I've been saying this quite a lot recently, is this is, you look at the finished project of this lily window, for example, and you think to yourself, that's going to be really hard to do. I'm never going to be able to achieve that, particularly if I'm a new crafter. It's so achievable with these double-sided dies. That is that gorgeous lily window. Next up, I mean, take a look. I love the colours on here, I've got to say. This is your peony window. The green and the black, absolutely gorgeous. Again, one pass to give you this layering, this window effect, which is absolutely stunning. Next up is this gorgeous rose. Again, you've got the ability to create this into the style exactly you want it to look like, using all of those different colors. And once again, it's this one die with the two different designs to give you that beautiful effect. Next up is your gorgeous tulip window. Same sort of thing, so easy to achieve. As I say, you will need those plates to go with it. And then you finally, last but by no means least, this is gorgeous. Got a bit of a oriental feel to it, this, the water lily window. Again, one die, one pass, two outcomes. £70 or $80. We're going to have a look at this and have a look at some finished samples with Debbie in just a few moments' time. But grab this now whilst you can, whilst we have a little look at a video which will give you details on how to shop with us here at Crafters Companion. Pretty useful if you're quite new to us. Have a look.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
There you go, nice and easy to shop. Thank you for all the comments coming in. We're going to come to your the crafty mixtape in just a few moments' time because we've got loads of songs coming in. Lovely to know that lots of you are crafting along and enjoying a little treat today as well. Mariah saying it's my cheat day, so I can't even list all the treats that I'll be having. But s'mores, soft batch cookies are on the list. Yvonne says, I'm treating myself to bathrooms being cleaned by my hubby. Yes.
Love that.
I treat my wife to that quite a lot as well, actually. Darling, I've got something special for you. Oh, what are you going to do? I'm cleaning the bog. Mariah says, also, I hadn't ordered from CC in what felt like forever, but I made up for that this weekend. I love double points. Claire T just saying, we're treating ourselves today in bed, watching you guys. Well, that's lovely. Let's get over the other side of the studio then and have a look at some of the finished samples from these double-sided dies with Debbie. Again, such a simple system, isn't it, really, to create gorgeous cards?
Oh, totally. And it still blows my mind what double-sided dies do and the technology that it's taken to put into these dies to create the most exquisite flowers. So just looking at these, this is one of my all-time favourite cards. I show it first on every one when we do these because it's so beautiful. It's got acetate in the background and that dark blue with the light blue just looks amazing. But look how it looks in a totally different colour. There's so much you can do with these dies. They're double-sided, which means they have a layering over the main die, which is gorgeous. But actually, you can use them on their own as well. There's so many different ways and different looks just by changing out the colour. I mean, look how stunning that lily looks, amazing. And then if you're going to go into your cherry blossom, just having something a little bit different, layering it with those beautiful, I say beautiful, I mean, I suppose you can call blacks beautiful, but the bright pinks on the black do look beautiful. And then another one like lily, very softly focused that time with the light pinks, the brighter pinks. Love using them in different ways, layering them out with that black and having all those beautiful colours underneath. So really pretty cards they're going to create. I love the fact we've got a masterclass on creator cards because the whole point of what these are is easy crafting.
Yeah.
And you know what, Ben, that's not to get out of anything. We don't want to take crafting, being creative away from anybody. What they do is just make everything easy. So when you come to that creative part, you just thrive in it because you can add everything you've got to it. So I'm going to be making a box, and I'm going to be bringing in some of the gems we got on the show. Now, I'm just going to show you one pack because these are gorgeous, all different types of or colours of these gems. But what I like about them, they're texturized. They've got almost like you can feel the texture in them. They're really beautiful. So we'll use those on our cards. I've took some of our Centura cardstock, so our Pale Blue and our Royal Blue. We've took our 2 dies. What I've also done is I've created myself a box base, and then I've got this box lid. So I've just, I'm going to measure the size for you. So I've done it 7 and 9 inches, and I scored in on the top, for the box lid, just 1 inch each side. And then what I'm going to do is place my main die in the center of this panel. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I actually want to cut out an aperture, but instead of using a separate piece of card, I can use this piece to actually have my die cut as well. Because the great thing about these panels, they're not like our normal creator card dies. They do have an outside cutting edge. So it will cut into the box. So I'm going to just tape, in fact, I'm going to pop this down here and pop my card over the top, and I'm just going to tape that to there so I know that doesn't shift. Then I'm going to bring in my plate. So the only thing you need different with your double-sided dies is double-sided plates. You will find them on the website. So I'm going to place my card, being very gentle, just placing it on the top here.
Okay.
And then we're going to place the double-sided plate on the top, and then my cutting plate down on there, and then we're going to run it through the Gemini.
So we've got the double-sided plates available for your Gemini. The Gemini Junior double-sided plates, unfortunately, we don't have those in stock currently, but we're hoping that they are back in stock soon. But if you've got the Gemini and you need the double-sided plate, we have got those available for you. In fact, I think we've got them on the show. We have got them on the show. We have got them on the show. We'll get the details up for that for you right now, so you can add those into your basket. There you go. It comes with your bag, and also you've got your glue pen and your dotty tape pen as well for $28.76 or $42.24.
Cool. Right, so we've run them through. I'm going to take my tape away, and you can see if I take that away, that's cut out completely. In fact, look, it makes a nice frame we've got there. And then take this one away. So that's given me my box lid. So what I've done is like you see in the earlier show, we made a box where we just snipped into the sides to create those panels. Done that all the way round. Then I've put some of that really strong acetate in the actual lid, and then just created a frame with our silver glitter card. So that's made that piece, but now we've got the die cuts to look at. So let me just move my plates out the way, and then we can, I'm just going to give this a tap on the side, because what this is going to do is just release all those die cuts. Let's take the first one out. I'm just going to bring in my die brush and just take out all those extra little bits. But you can see how perfectly cut they are. I mean, to be able to get 2 die cuts like this in one pass. I mean, I remember years ago, Ben, we would struggle. Well, I say struggle, we would have to put our die through maybe 2, 3, 4 times sometimes to get this level of intricacy.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
4 times?
Yeah, out of a die cutting machine.
What, because the dies weren't as...
Well, dies have got better, definitely, but the machines have got better, and we've got electronic machines now, because they used to be manual machines.
All hand crank ones.
All hand crank ones.
So you wouldn't get the pressure that you
wouldn't get the pressure. Yeah, and you get sweet spots, so you wouldn't then get sweets. You would get sweet spots in certain parts, so like in the middle of your die. So you could see I placed that right in the middle of my platform, and still got that to die cut all the way. But a lot of the dies, they didn't used to do that. They used to, you used to have to put them like up to the top or to the side.
Oh, so you'd put it through once and it would cut a bit, and
then you'd have to move it. Yes.
What a nightmare.
I know, yeah. But we never minded that, because that was normal. That's just how die cutting was at the time.
Yeah.
It's only now that we have all these tools to hand that make crafting so easy.
And I love these conversations, because, as I say, I've only been in craft 5 years. So how far back are you talking then?
So when I started crafting, I'd not even heard of die cuts, and that was possibly 16, 17 years ago. Wow. Yeah. So, but it was only at the beginning of my journey with Crafters Companion, dies had started to come out. So I would say about 8 years, possibly, maybe 8 or 9 years that die cutting's only been about.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is amazing. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to bring in all my elements here. And I'm just going to bring in these ones just for any little bits that we may have missed. I'm also going to bring in my my tape pen, couldn't think of the name of it then. And then we're just going to use this to adhere our dies together. So we've got our 2 dies, and actually both of them look beautiful. Can you see? They look amazing just on their own. So actually you could have 2 cards out of them straight away. But when we lay about them, just going to go over here with our dotty tape pen. And what this does, Ben, is it only attaches to the intricate parts of where we want them.
Okay.
I don't, you know, Howie didn't know, no one has invented a pen like this before. It's one of my favourite items.
Yeah.
Because it is just so easy to use, and you don't get no stringy glue in between. So it really does. I mean, you can see it sticks, but all the rest of the glue goes in between, which is amazing. So I'm going to then stick this onto our blue panel, our darker blue panel. Now what I love about this one, there's no worrying where you put it or trying to line it up.
Yeah.
Just line up your edges. So I'm just going to pop this onto the edges and down to the bottom edge. And we're just going to line these up. There we go.
Lots of lovely messages still coming in, by the way. Crafty AJ, I love to see messages like this, just saying my cartload from Thursday has arrived. Double quick. Thanks, CC. So ordered on, Thursday we did that 4 o'clock and already arrived Saturday morning, which is brilliant. And lots of people loving the cards and demos that Debbie's been showing us. Lovely card, Debbie, referring to the last one, of course. Beautiful. I have the stamp and die, but haven't used it yet. Well, Stephanie, maybe now you will, to try and copy the demo of Debbie. And then we've got a list of all the songs that you guys listen to, which we'll go through in just a second. Talking about the demos, by the way, keep an eye on these because you will need to vote for your favourite in around about an hour's time when we ask you for your demo of the show. This box is looking rather spectacular.
Yeah, so because we cut this out, Ben, it creates the aperture. It sits exactly back in there, which is amazing. So then what I'm going to do is just pop this all together and create our box. And then we're going to add some of those beautiful gems. So I'm just switching out for my normal tape pen, which will put a solid piece of glue on here.
Lynn on Facebook is saying, I've got double Debbies at the moment because I'm watching here, and in the background I've also got Debbie on CNC. Oh, so we've got Debbie IE here and Debbie
craft.
on CNC with the Knitwit collection.
Oh, yes, I was quite jealous, I have to say, Ben. I love Knitwits. I've been using Knitwits for years. Literally years. They're paper pads, they're printable elements. So I feel incredibly lucky and honoured that we've got them on Crafters Companion. Yeah, but Debbie got the shows. So,
but you'd rather be, of course, you'd be rather you're here with me, of course. You know, doing the
Ben, that
masterclass.
goes without saying. That goes without saying. So then what I'm going to do, I've got my box base and I've got a piece of mirror card because I'm going to stick the mirror card to the bottom. I found, you know, when you go through stages of what you use, I used to use mirror card all the time when I first started crafting. Yeah. And then I seemed to got out the habit of using it. And I sometimes used to think it didn't make cards look very nice. But now I've learned to use it in small quantities and it makes your cards look stunning. But what I love about layering it inside a box, especially that's got an aperture, it reflects the die inside. So it looks very beautiful. So just putting my sides of my box together. And then we're going to stick in the bottom. Yeah. And just attach that. And it just makes your box look really opulent when you open it. But also when we then pop the top on the box, when you look on the inside, can you see? You get the reflection of the die in there. It looks really clever and it looks so beautiful. And then we're going to finish it off. We're going to bring in some of these beautiful elements. I'm going to bring my pokey tool in and we're just going to pop some gems. I'm going to pop some different colours of blue.
But there's 3 going on in the corner, isn't there?
How did you know that, Ben? It's because we always do things in 3s, us crafters, yes.
It is, I don't know why it is, but I know when I look at stuff, if it's 2, it doesn't look right, but 3
Yeah, no, even numbers aren't right. No. Odd numbers always better in crafting. Yeah. And there we go. If I turn that round, you can see we've got our really pretty box, some lovely gems in there, and then you get that gorgeous reflection from the mirror card inside the box.
I'm putting it out there right now, and you've got your own opinions, but I'm going to say it. That could be the winner of the show, and actually, I reckon that could be the demo of the week. I mean, I'm calling it. There's some good brilliant demos I can see on the Crafty Walk of Fame, but that could be the one. Right, we'll have a look at some more of your comments in just a second, but let's just quickly rattle through and show you all of the designs that you're going to get in this collection. What I hope you've seen from that demo, and Debbie's brilliant at showing you this, is how simple it is to use these collections, and actually hit the nail on the head with the fact that these are brilliant, right? They're simple to use. So yes, they are simple for the fact that if you are a newbie, you can get these today and start creating some amazing projects. But then the whole thing of, it's simple to kind of do the mechanism of it, isn't it? But then you've got the ability to then create whatever you want it to look like and add even more and do all of these different techniques. That's the point. The simplicity is getting the actual thing cut for then you to be able to design it how you want it to look and to do all of the different things that you want to do with it. So from that point, it is absolutely brilliant. You will need, though, as I say, the double-sided plates. If you've got your Gemini, we've got the double-sided Gemini plates available. Junior's not in stock currently. But with this collection, that gorgeous cherry blossom window. Then you've got this absolutely gorgeous lily window. That card we saw earlier on that Debbie was showing us in the finished projects was absolutely stunning. Next up is the gorgeous peony. Again, you can see how that one die gives you those two cuts, giving you almost sort of that outline. And I love the fact as well, do you know what? Always think about these as cards, but we've just seen that demo there with Debbie showing how beautiful it works on your box lid as well. There's that gorgeous rose. Valentine's Day, 2 weeks tomorrow, don't forget, that would be a perfect make for that. That tulip again, absolutely gorgeous. And then we've got this brilliant water lily window as well. Don't see that quite a lot in Crafty, you see your roses and your peonies and your tulips, but water lilies, not so often. Gorgeous. Details of your double-sided cutting plates at the bottom of the screen, which is a perfect partner for this collection. £70 or $80. You're saving $67.94 or $75.70. Massive saving. Take another 20% off that, which is £56 or $64, and double points. Boom. That's a heck of a buy. That is a great buy. Now, if you're completely new to double-sided dies, this is what I'm going on about, right? You need to get these. These are the double-sided plates to use with your double-sided dies. For the Gemini, all right, if you've got a Gemini Junior, you'll need to wait until the Gemini Junior plates come back in stock. But these, you absolutely need them, okay, if you are going to be using your double-sided dies. So you get both of those. And actually, once you've bought them once, I mean, these are going to last and last and last and last. It's not like you're going to be coming back and needing to buy another set of plates in a few months' time. Once you've got them, you've got them, and you absolutely have to have these as well. I asked this question just for, I know that maybe there'll be some people out there going, oh, I've got the double-sided dies. I'll give it a go and put them through my machine without them. They won't work, will they?
What they'll do is, if they do, and actually I don't think they will work. I'm pretty sure I've tried them before, but they will really buckle your plates.
Right.
These plates have been specifically made to be really hardened and not bent, and they will absolutely last you so long, many years in fact. And just a little tip on these, Ben, is when you have worn them, the reason they're going to wear is because you're going to get all the sawdust from your card stuck in the grooves. Get yourself a bit of sandpaper, sand it all out, put them in hot boiling water, and bring all them out, and they'll be as good as new and really clean. So they'll last even more longer then.
Brilliant. Super tip there for you. So grab this. This deal's great today actually because it also comes with your storage bag, which is cool. In, of course, Crafters colours with the double zip there as well. So to store your plates in, or your projects of course as well, and you've got the little pocket at the front there to be able to pop in other bits and pieces too. And then we've got your dotty tape pens included too, and your all-purpose glue. I've actually got 2 dotty tape pens here I think, but you get one of each. So your all-purpose glue, and you get your dotty tape pen as well, which as we've seen is so handy, particularly for those more intricate dies, so you're not getting glue and adhesive all over the place. $28.76 or $42.24 for that deal, saving 20%. Another 20% can come off that, of course, if you are a platinum member. And guess what? It's double points. Right, texture corner, hang on a minute, I'm just ducking down here a second. George is going, there he is, sorting his money out. They think I've got a pile of money stashed under here that I keep reaching for. I haven't. Right, your texture corner creator card collection. So these are really cool. If you are going to get your abstract floral in this collection, we'll show you some finished samples. I think Debbie's got a few lined up over there, so we might flip over to her in just a second. You're also going to get your gorgeous abstract argyle. Then you've got my favourite, the dry stone wall, again, which is absolutely beautiful. And then you've got the gorgeous charming rose. This is an affordable way if you're wanting to kind of get into the creator card range and you don't want to spend a huge fortune and maybe you just want to dip your toe in the water. This is a great way to be able to do it because you're getting those 4 really lovely designs today for £23 or $44, 30% saving, and then double points on top of that as well. That is, George, 4 for the price of 3, essentially, just doing the workings on that. I'm trusting that George has done her maths correct because I haven't tried to work that out, but that sounds about right. So yeah, a great way to dip your toe in the water with the creator cards with these, Debbie, yeah?
You know what, I couldn't agree more, and I love the designs of these. We've kept it a small range, so there's been no others in this range. The ones that you're seeing here are absolutely gorgeous and so easy to use. So what they basically are is you get a die to cut out, to cut in, but then you get the outside die to either to create another matten layer or it cuts the whole die out. I mean, look how stunning this is. Now, the main thing about these dies is having something really different. So this is cutting the entire piece out and then creating paper piecing on the inside, which looks amazing. Yeah. But what about using it? So for mixed media people, using it as a stencil, so cutting your die cut out and then stenciling through it with your stencil glitter paste. I mean, how incredibly beautiful does that look? Again, using your watercolor cardstock and cutting it out to give a really minimalistic look, creating a really spring summertime look, which is gorgeous with this one. Using it as a top, I mean, how lovely does that look? And so different. That's almost like your rose trellis sort of coming down.
It's upside down.
It's because I haven't got my glasses on. I couldn't read the sentiment. But actually, I'm going to put it that way because I like that.
It is nice.
So ignore the sentiment.
Exactly. Hide the words.
So yeah, ignore the sentiment. But how nice does that look, hanging up that way?
Yeah,
love that
like
one.
it.
So yeah, just I need to put my glasses. I did put my glasses on yesterday, Ben, didn't I?
You got because you were saying you're not sort of fond of wearing. You got.
And I've left them in the car today.
Oh, have you?
But I do need them. I love this card. This one is creating the whole piece, cutting it out, but then look in the background. This is a stenciling through it. I mean, how just exquisite does that look? So beautiful. Cutting them out, matting them down on your colourful papers, again cutting it out, but having it stenciled through. Just lots of different ways you can do it. Really love that one. But this one, I have to say, I don't know why, but I love a dry stone wall. I think it's very effective in dyes, embossing powders. I can read that, so I know we're right way. But having this in 2 different layers, we're going to be demoing with this one. And then we've got one here. I mean, look at this, using it with everything else you've got in your stash.
Do you know what?
It's such a cool design.
I would never have thought to have used something sort of so cartoony as that little fox to go with it.
I know, and look how amazing it looks. It looks a great card, doesn't it? So
it really
everything you've got in your stash will go. But I do love, if you're a mixed media fan, to be able to create items like this, just putting it, I mean, this is just one of our pigment inks, cut into that and then layered in the background and then used as a stencil. But I do love this one. I'm going to show this one at the back here. A mixed media tag. This has got so much texture in it. It looks amazing. So not only has it been stenciled, the die has been cut out as well, and just different variations of what you can do with it. And then one more I'll show you, which looks completely different to those. But by being able to do it, I mean, that looks like the whole card is coloured with that. And actually, can you see the middle bit is missing? So this square piece of card, the die has been cut in one side and then the other. And the effect it gives, it looks like a pre-printed pattern card. So incredible. Absolutely love the designs that we've got on there. So we'll show you how easy they are to use.
Brilliant.
So I am going to use that dry stone wool and I'm going to show you how we cut it in and cut it out. So it shows that this is what we can do with every single one of the demos. It's right next to me. I'm thinking, why isn't my die in the packet? But I've took it out already. So we're going to take out our azure die and we'll cut this out to start with. So cutting the whole main die out, I've just got a piece of craft card. I'm then just going to place my die onto this piece of craft card and pop that die in the middle. Then I'm just going to tape it down using some low tack tape.
Okay.
So you just need to make sure you've got sort of that rough edge going round all the way, leaving a similar one, but actually I never think it matters too much if it's not right. And then I'm just going to bring in my Gemini Junior plates and we can just cut this quicker in one pass. So running that through our plates. So it takes about 8 seconds, so not long at all. So if you want quick crafting and you want to make quick cards, do you know what we should do? We should actually do when we think we've got a quick card for people, we should do a timer, shouldn't we? And see how long it really takes from start to finish to create what you're creating.
What like a crafty world record, you mean? See how quick it is to create a card?
A crafty world record. I like that one, Ben.
I've always loved the idea of doing something in a show where we give you guys like remember Ready Steady Cook? Remember that TV show? They used to give them a bag of ingredients and they had half an hour or whatever it was to create a meal.
We've done Craft Wars before.
Oh, was that?
Which is probably the similar thing. So we've done where we've been up against each other. Yeah. And we have we have a basket of goodies.
Oh, so you didn't know what
we didn't know what was in there. We unwrap it, and we've both got similar things in the basket. Yeah. And then people used to judge us and tell who would win. I won a few times, yes, but sorry, I've said that out loud. George said in my ear, did I win? So I did win a few times. I have to say, we had a big craft wars at one of our Craft-Ganza events. And Craig and Leanne were the most competitive people I have ever, literally there was wars, so anyone that see it, there was, the boxing gloves, should I say.
Was Sarah involved in that? Because she's really competitive.
Sarah was the commentator. Me and Sarah commentated that one. We didn't actually, we weren't involved in it, so we just let them all, because we're not really that competitive, not even Sarah.
Sarah is?
She wasn't at that.
Oh, well, she is now. The shows that I do with Sarah here, so when at the end of this show, when people vote for your favourite card, you'll just go, oh yeah, my one card, thanks very much, and you pop it up there. Sarah wants to put all of her cards up there so she's got more chances of winning. I've seen it before. She did it the other day. She came over and put all 4 of her projects up on the shelf here. And I told the boss that, no, you can't do that. Uber competitive she is. Uber competitive.
Well, she never seemed to be at Craft Wars. In fact, I don't think Sarah really done many Craft Wars, to be honest. No. So, but yeah, Leanne and Craig, I would say, were the most competitive. Yeah.
We should definitely bring that back. And I tell you what I'm really looking forward to. When the world get back to normal, I'm really looking forward to doing these events and like going back out and like meeting everybody that we mentioned every single day. Because
Craig could bring it back in his morning show, his Wake Up with Craig. Because he could, as he's presenting it, he could then be the crafter as well as the presenter.
You should, right. Okay, everybody. Please, can you bombard Craig with messages on his Facebook page saying, bring it back, bring it back.
He'll wake up from his afternoon Saturday nap and he'll be like, what, 4,000 messages?
Yeah, saying, bring it back. Bring what back? Hey, bring what back? Hey. But no, message him and let him know. Do you know what? That's the good thing with his little show. He's got these little segments that he's doing now, as you saw yesterday with the win, lose or draw thing. So yeah, some ideas for things that maybe you want to see on the Wake Up Call going forward. That's certainly, I would love to see that, little craft wall. Love it. Right, so where are we with our dry wall?
Yes, so what we've actually done is we've cut out our dry wall and we have cut it in. I mean, look how intricate that detail is and it looks incredible. I mean, that looks amazing. Yes. Absolutely love that. Then we're going to stick this one onto the inside of our card. So it's just about having a play with your dies, seeing what card concepts you can cut with them, and just having that really nice effect. Oh, yeah, look, to the end of my tape.
Oh, gone.
Grab another one. There's always another one. There we go. So popping them all. They all seem to happen at once. Yeah, all seem to happen at once, run out. I do use them a lot though, I have to say. So popping that to the side. Then what I'm going to do is this one we're going to put on the other edge of our card. And then I'm just going to trim myself off some, in fact we might as well use this one as we're going to stick it down. Just going to bring in my guillotine and trim this down. So I just want a piece that we're going to pop onto here. So that's how I measure. See, I do exact measuring to measure my card.
Okay. I'm just laughing because Estee from our social team has just sent through a picture. Maybe we can show it on the screens in a bit, George, of Craig and Leanne from the last Craft Wars at Craft.
Oh, they've found it, have they?
They look like they've got. Well, Craig looks. He looks a bit. I don't know. I've never seen that grin on his face before, but they've got hoods on.
Yes, they come in. They were like wrestlers.
Yeah, and it looks like. Is she pushing him on something?
Yes, they were on a trolley.
Please get the picture up. George and George, add it to our picture gallery for later because people have got to see this if they've not seen it before.
It's very funny.
Oh, man. Hang on.
Thank you whoever posted that in.
It's in hang on, let me try and send it to... Can you guys not see it in the gallery? Why have I got that? You got it now. You got it. Good day.
It was very funny. We had the best time. So I do hope we can get that back again. It was planned, we did have it planned again for this year, Craftaganza, but I don't think it's likely to happen because it was going to be in March.
Does Craftaganza move around to different places then? Or do we...
No, we do it in two places.
Yep.
So we do it in up here in the north, so in Durham, and then we do it down in Evesham.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, so, and both, I mean, just amazing places to go to. We just meet the most amazing people. You'll love it, Ben, because we will eventually go back to doing that.
One of my favourite things, as I say, being involved in craft is doing all of these shows that, I've done over the years, and when you get to meet everybody and chat to everybody in person. So nice to be able to chat to you all digitally, isn't it, on the socials and stuff. But yeah, when we can get back to face and have a proper old chin wag and a natter, that would be awesome. And yeah, fingers crossed that's not too far away, because I think we all definitely need that, don't we?
It would be amazing, wouldn't it? So I'm literally just building up. I've just done myself some little foam flowers. We're going to pop that into here just to give a little message. So we've got especially for you, and I'm just going to add some flowers and some leaves here. So...
Just whilst you're piecing that together, I'll run through our mixtape that we're putting together, by the way. Well, I don't know if it's actually happening. I mean, I say it like we're putting it together. I mean, these are the artists. There's quite a few. So Lisa, for example, on Facebook listens to Adele while she's crafting. Mandy Doodlehands on YouTube. I Love Adele and Lionel Richie. Sarah on Facebook, Sarah from Australia. Anything Elvis Presley for me. Alfie Bow, says Katie. Yeah, I like Alfie Bow. Alfie Bow and Michael Ball. And Betsy saying, I love listening to anything by Carrie Underwood whilst I craft. And talking of crafting, look at this.
So with my finished one, Ben, I'm just going to show extra detail. So through extra detail, all I've done is run my pen just around the edges to create a little bit of detail. And I've just cut myself some bunting off here so we can just stick that to the top, just to add some extra bits to that. But it really does. It's such a lovely die to work with. A really simplistic one that you can send for any occasion.
Love it. And of course, it comes as part of your Create a Card textured corner die collection. So your stone wall is that one there. So that comes within this collection. As you said, really good way to dip your toe into the water as far as Create a Cards are concerned. This is lovely as well, your climbing rose. And if you're looking for ways to be able to create Valentine's cards, indeed, flowers are just brilliant for all sorts of occasions and all sorts of people, aren't they? So that, again, a really useful set to have within this collection. Then you've got this absolutely beautiful abstract floral. I'll show you the sample here, actually, because we really do have some beautiful samples with this particular set. When I say that, I haven't got, I say I have, here it is. Look, absolutely gorgeous. And then also, last but by no means least, you're going to get that abstract argyle as well, which is just beautiful. £23 or $44 if you want to go for this collection. You're saving already 30%, another 20% if you're platinum. And that price comes down even more. Double points, of course, don't forget to. So make sure you check out your baskets. Let us give you a chance to do that before we get ready for another demo. Here is a little video which will give you more information about our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
Brilliant, there we go, all the details you need on Club Inspire. Thank you for all the messages coming in. I love all of the songs which you've been sending in as far as our little crafty mixtape is concerned. Beth on Facebook says, I listen to my favourite radio station. I love the names of US radio stations. 103.7 The Loon, classic rock. That sounds good. I love a bit of classic rock, but it's stadium rock. Will says, I just watched Crafter's Companion. I go back over old videos. Maddie, whilst crafting, I've been listening to a bit of Paramore this morning, Ben. That sounds a bit too trendy for me. Paramore. What sort of music is that? Is that rock? Oh, so hang on a minute. So George is saying, Maddie, if you know Paramore, you've heard of A Day to Remember. I've no idea what she's talking about. Sandra says, this is more like it. Sandra says, I love the Carpenters and Lloyd Webber musicals. That's more me. Another good one is the Beach Sounds of Nature. Is that kind of like whale song and stuff like that? Is that what it is? You know, that mindful, relaxing sort of music. I don't know. But anyway, thank you for sending those in. Yeah, we're asking you today what you love to listen to, you know, apart from us when you're crafting, music of choice, really, which is brilliant. Thank you for all the comments coming in. A couple of questions as well, which we'll do in just a few moments' time. But if you want to get social with us, Facebook and YouTube is the place to comment, of course, via the Crafters TV feed. If you're brand new as well, do say hello for the first time. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know where you are crafting. Let us know if you're thinking about getting into crafting and what you're going to buy. And we'll give you a little shout out on the show before 3 o'clock this afternoon. And of course, if you want to send in any pictures, like lots of you have already done, you can send them to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Nearly forgot about that for a second. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. It's been a long 3 days. Let's have a look at some of your pictures then and see what has been coming in as far as the pictures are concerned. And I can see that loads of you have been crafting with the collections that we've got on the show. Gorgeous. This is the creator card, the Nordic reindeer, which is absolutely beautiful. Quite similar in respect, really, that you've got the depth and dimension to the one that I showed you here in the studio. But Betsy, that is lovely. Love the combination of colours there, which makes that look absolutely beautiful. And the little Merry Christmas on the front. So it's sort of simple, isn't it? Simple, minimalistic if you like, but really, really gorgeous. I love that, Betsy. Thank you so much. More pictures to show you. So Mary has made a card from the Creator Card. Is that one from the first set, I think, isn't it, that we showed you a few moments ago? The Creator Card die and stamp collection. Absolutely love that, Mary. Thank you so much. And here's another one. Always get lots of lovely images in from Mary. She's obviously, Mary, always crafting away, always making cards, and they are absolutely stunning, so thank you for that. Christine Mahoney, I recognise that name, has been crafting with the Creator Card collection that we showed you at the top of the show with those gorgeous deer. Love that. And then also something completely different. Take a look at these gorgeous butterflies. This is the stamp and die set that we looked at the start of the show with Debbie a little bit earlier on. So thank you for all of those images that you've been sent. And here are two absolute crazies. So this is the picture. You'll be able to tell me better than anyone. So this was at Craftaganza, right?
Yeah, it was. So it makes me laugh every time. I mean, look at Craig. Looks so cheeky, doesn't he? He looks a little bit evil, actually. In that
I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it.
Yes, he does look a little bit menacing, I think. So, but it's brilliant. Yeah, in the time where we could all get together, and it will happen again. And actually, pictures like that really inspire us to get there. We're going to get there. The world is going to get there, and we're going to get back to Craftaganza, and we're going to have many more fun nights like that.
I want the world to get back there again, but I don't want the world to get back to Craig in a hoodie grinning like that, sat on top of a trolley. Get there. Just sort of, not quite as far as that. Just back to the normality of being able to stand next to people. But that's brilliant, isn't it? I want to get to a Craftaganza. I want to do a craft wars. They look so much fun. But yes, as Debbie was saying, it will happen again. It's got to happen. The world will get back to normal, I'm sure of it. And when it does, we will be there. Right. Let's go back to an item which you guys are absolutely loving. The double-sided window dies. Loads of you have been popping these into your basket. Loads of you have been checking them out as well. I think the appeal with these is the fact that it is the kind of cutting of these is made quick for the fact that you've got double-sided dies, so it gives you like the two cuts really, really simply indeed. And also I think that the love of this is that if you have been crafting a long time and you haven't yet got these in your collection, then you're going to want to add them in there because you can see all of the scope, the windows of opportunity, if you like to, excuse the pun, but you know what I mean, the chance that you've got to be able to use these and all the different things that you can do with these dies. But then also I think we've got lots of new customers watching us as well, kind of understanding the concept of this and kind of thinking to themselves, well actually it doesn't matter that I'm new, it doesn't matter that I've not used these before, I've seen the concept, I've seen how easy it is to work with these double-sided dies, and I want to do it, I want to have a go. There's your peony, you're getting all of these gorgeous florals in here. This is your rose window. Again, you've got that one die to give you the two cuts. It's almost like a sort of a frame over the top of the image itself, which really does help it bring it to the fore. And again, what I love with this collection particularly is it's all about the flowers, and you can just never go wrong, can you, with flowers for all sorts of different occasions, for all sorts of different people, family members and friends. These will just work. That's your tulip window. My favourite in the collection, I think I have to say, is this one, the water lily window, just simply for the fact it's a gorgeous design, isn't it? The two cuts that you get make this look absolutely beautiful, and you just don't see, I don't think, water lilies that often in craft, and it's really, really nice to see that within this particular set. The saving on this is immense. You're saving, well, almost £68, over $75, and it comes down to £70 or $80 today, and then that is £56 or $62 if you are a platinum member. Don't forget double points as well, and that is for everybody. If you are new to us and going, oh well, I don't get double points because I'm new. No, everyone gets double points on this show later on, and indeed on Craft Vault and on all the shows tomorrow, and indeed on everything across the website until end of play on Sunday. End of play on Sunday. So do get your shopping done. Loads of you saying how much you love the double points events. Right. Let us get going and have another look at these, because if you missed the first demo, again, if you're saying, well, it's all very well to say it's easy to do and you're chatting around it and I reckon it's quite difficult. Really super simple, and we're going to see with Debbie how easy it is to put a beautiful card together with these amazing dies.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just have a quick look at some more lovely samples, because we have so many of them because they're so beautiful. The designs on this, I mean, using them in a different way. I love the way we've used this on this easel card. I say us, it wasn't me at all, but it hasn't got a name on it, so I don't know whose this belongs to, but it looks stunning. What about creating that centre panel? I mean,
yes.
How gorgeous is that? That is so lovely, isn't it? Those beautiful papers in the middle, panelled at the front. I absolutely adore that card, looks really pretty. And then going a little bit further to create that diorama card, where if I just fold those sides in, I mean, that is such an easy card to use. And I really love the fact that it's got a very subtle pink in the background there. It's almost like it's the glitter cardstock that we have. And it just looks really pretty. Bright and vibrant you can go. You can go with all your mirror cards and your bright colours. What about this? This is pretty awesome in the fact that it's really like just wild out there, isn't it? So if you've got someone that loves their colours in their pinks and their greens, or going for these ones, I do love this one, greys with oranges and that sort of greens in the background, looks lovely. And that lily one, I think the lily pad is so beautiful.
You
they
don't
look
see
amazing.
them a lot in craft. Am I wrong there?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You don't see a lot of them in crafting, and they do look so pretty. But there's just so many different ways that you can use them with. But I have to say, I think the lily for me is probably my fave. I love that one. Yeah, absolutely love that one. So we're actually going to use the roses in our next demo. And I thought we would do something a little bit different. We're not going to use a lot of colour, Ben.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is bring in my colours here. I'm going to have my glitter cardstock for my base. And then I've just got some colours here, so I'm going to use my darker colour for my base, and then I'm going to use, so these are some of our pearlised cardstock here. I've got a grey and a pearlised white. So now with your dies, when you're looking at them, remember they have a cut-in edge. So if you cut these into a card, they will cut out completely.
Right.
But we will, if you follow the lines, you can see that this one's got some sort of really thin skeletal lines, as I call them. So I would say that's the top layer, and then when you look at this one where it's got bigger amount of space, that's your bottom layer, because it's the thin layers that will layer over the bigger space. So hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to use our thicker layer to go through our grey cardstock, and then we're going to use the ones with our thin lines with the white cardstock over the top. And again, I'm going to be bringing in my Gemini plate. So we've got our cut-in plate, then we've got our I like to use my magnetic metal shim on mine, give just like that added extra cut. Then I've got my double-sided cutted plate. Then I'm going to place my die, my card on top, so it's going to cut down and above. Then our double-sided plate on top, and then our cutting plate on top of that. So all instructions. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
no, don't worry, carry on. I was going to ask you a question. There's one which has just come up, and I don't know whether you've already asked this, but I'll ask it again anyway. Mandy just saying, can you use the double-sided dies on the Gemini MIDI? Have I asked you that already?
MIDI. Yes, you did. Yes.
Yeah, I did.
So you can, but what I would say is it hasn't been designed for it. So they might be tougher to get through, and it will damage your plates a lot quicker. Okay. So I wouldn't advise it, but it can be done.
Right, good-o.
So taking them off my platform there, we've got our then cardstock, and if you position these right in your square cards, you've got beautiful frames there. So we've got our grey and our white. Again, I like to just give them a little tap on the sides. It just releases a lot of the actual die cuts, and then take out this piece here. And as soon as you've got a piece that releases, look how quickly that comes off of there. I mean, it really is incredible. So I'm going to do this on top of my dark piece of card so you can see them beautifully. They're lovely designs. They've been so well engineered and thought through. And actually, Ben, the story of the double-sided dies, these took a lot of time in the making.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Leanne that had come up with the idea of double-sided dies, or Sarah, could have been either, but I think it was Leanne, and I remember them both saying that they never thought they could do it. They went to the distributors and they tried to get these, or the factories that they work in, and they just couldn't get the formulation right.
Yeah.
And I remember the year before they were even trying to do them, Sarah had said to me, I said, oh, well, how's it going with the double-sided dies? Because she'd said they'd mentioned they think they can do the technology, and she said, oh, David, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. She literally said that they've tried them, they're not working properly. But Leanne, being Leanne, was not going to give up.
Like a dog with a bone.
Absolutely, and I'm so pleased she didn't, because double-sided dies blow my mind. They're just amazing.
How long have they been around then? Just a few years?
Yeah, literally only a couple of years. So I believe not last year, the year before they come out. So yeah, so probably not quite 2 years, but yeah. So I think yeah. I mean, they just really do blow my mind.
It is incredible, isn't it? You take for granted all of this amazing technology that we've got now as well, and yeah, it's great to hear the story behind it sometimes, because once you bought it, you got it there in the packaging and it worked for you. You never kind of think about the backstory of it all.
Not at all. You don't think about any of that. You don't need to, do you?
No. But it's just great. It's brilliant to hear as well about how, the kind of hand that Leanne has with all of these different things, and the one that sticks in my mind when you think about how we test things here and make sure that the products are the best for you is the story, I think Sarah was telling me about it, with the guillotine, how she went to a sword maker's to make sure that the blade was the best it could be on the guillotine, and went to go and see a sword maker.
Yeah, exactly. Who could give us the best cut?
Yeah.
Of course, a sword maker. Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
I think that's brilliant.
And there are things, unfortunately, that don't come to air. There was something that I was so, and I'd never be able to tell you, so it's a bit me telling the story really, but there was something in the pipeline which would have been so amazing, and the reason actually it could be done, but it would have just been so costly to our customer that Sarah actually just thought we just can't charge you that amount of
I want to know what it is now.
for them. Oh, well, yeah, I could probably tell you afterwards then. So there are things that don't make it. So when you think, oh, surely it doesn't take years, it really does take that amount of time. I mean, in between also doing developments for everything else. It is amazing how far ahead we are, isn't it, in the crafty schedule. But then that must be like it with everything, the fashion world, the food world, new recipes, everything has the time, doesn't it, to develop and come to life.
Always sort of months and years in advance, aren't you?
That's it, yeah. And to make sure it all works properly. So there we go, popping that down. There we go. Oh! Right, so scrap that when I said earlier, don't line up your main dies.
Yeah.
At least check that your die's the right way round.
So
literally, I pulled that off quick enough. So it's because I'm so used to it, Ben. I always say line up your frame.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what's inside, but at least get it the right way round.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do as I do. So just popping that in. There we go. That looks much better now. Look like I've got a beautiful flower. And I do love this effect. I love monotone. So being able to create in just the same colours and creating that monotone effect. I always like to use my pokey tool. Sorry, it's not a pokey tool at all. It's a scoring tool. Just on the back. It just makes sure that the dots on my tape pen have really stuck down, and that's not going to come away. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my large scissors and cut around the edge, because I always find that's the easier one. Yeah, they look nice together, don't they? So cutting that out and cutting this one out. And that gives us our beautiful topper, and it really hasn't took long at all to do that. So next I'm going to do, I've got, just from one of our 12 by 12 paper pads, I've just created myself a little stepper card with a step on the front. I've got a little bow to put on the front there, so I've already mat and layered my ribbon, so we will just pop that in the middle, and we're just going to use this for the outside, but I am going to mat and layer onto this beautiful glitter cardstock, so it just makes it a little bit more special.
Love our glitter cardstock. It's my fave.
Is it really?
I think it's brilliant because it's so you can use it in so many different ways, but it doesn't shed and go all over the place, does it? Encapsulated glitter.
Oh, it's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. It always still amazes me that it die cuts so well because it's actually got a plastic coating. Yeah, which is amazing. So popping that on there, I think I'm gonna have a look through my my gems, and we're gonna put some gems. I've got some darker gems. Oh yes, let's have these ones. I do love having these gems and just being able to bling it up a little bit. So you will find these on the show. Let's pop these to the side, and I'm just gonna not put any glue to the top part there. And then we can put it at a jaunty angle. I quite like a wonky angle.
Yeah.
Checking I put that the right way. There we go. Let's pop that on there. And then we will just add these gorgeous gems.
Lots of lovely comments coming in.
I'm loving a bit of bling today, Ben.
Yeah, we'll chat about what everyone's loving in just a few moments' time. Loving all of the cards is generally the consensus that's coming in, and lots of chat about Leanne coming in now as well. But we'll look at the comments in just a second. This is a great card. I mean, when I was saying a few minutes ago that I like that box, I think I've changed my mind. But this goes to show you don't have to all be like loads of different colours and in your face with every card,
Not at all. Yeah, not at all. So, yeah, I love that one. That's a pretty card, isn't it?
I love it. I think that could be the demo of the show, and indeed the demo of the week. We will let you have a look at all of the projects that Debbie has made very shortly indeed, and recap on all those so you can vote for your favourite. We'll read some of your comments as well in just a second, but before that, let's just recap on the bundle that you can get. We've got the main bundle, all right, the 6-piece collection, but if you want to break it down into smaller bundles, then let's just show you how they're divvied up into the smaller bundles, all right? So you have got, with this, with the main collection, you get all of them. With the smaller collection, the first one, you get the peony window. You've also got your rose window, and then you've got your tulip. So that's the details that you're seeing on the screen here for £40 or $45, saving 40%, and it's double points on that. Then the second smaller bundle are the other 3 that you would get in the big bundle. So you've got the cherry blossom, you've then also got your lily window and that gorgeous water lily. So that's 3 again for £40 or $45. However, if you go for all of them, you'll save over 45%. And actually, I think it works out you're saving an extra £10 if you go for the whole lot. So all of the 6 designs within that main bundle. But it's just nice to know, isn't it, that you've got the ability to be able to break it down should you want to be able to do that. So all 6 for £70 or $80 in that collection, less your platinum membership, of course, comes down even further for you. And double points for everyone too, which is amazing. Right, want to recap on the set which we showed you right at the top of the show, the creator card. I really love this collection just for the fact that it's got so many different designs in it and some really beautiful imagery and artwork as well. So with this, it is your Gemini Creator Card, die and stamp collection, 24 elements in total for you to be able to create some really awesome cards, because you get the die cut and then you get the stamp to go with that die cut, so you can basically achieve something as glorious as this. I love with the butterflies as well that you've got the ability just to be able to manipulate those wings just a little bit and pop those out of the frame to give the actual card or project that you're making, or the box, whatever it might be, even more depth and dimension. Glorious artwork to go with it, and that one comes with congratulations and hello as far as your sentiments are concerned. Don't start singing that again, for goodness sake. They're singing again, George Squared, shut up. Right, flowers and vines. This is the one I think we saw. No, stop it! They're all singing. Don't, Debbie. You're putting me off. I've got them singing Spice Girls in this here. Debbie singing I don't know what over there.
Adele? Can't you tell, Adele?
I just said I don't know what it was. It was a cacophony. There you go. What was I saying? Now I've lost my thread. Oh no, I was saying this is the frame. I think when we were looking at your pictures earlier on, I think this is the one that Mary had used actually. The flowers and vines. Again, gorgeous. Look at the detailing of the die cut. The gorgeous artwork that you've got for the stamp. And then you have got thank you and for a special someone as well, as far as your sentiments are concerned. Next one, this is your natural beauty. I love this. I love that woodland scene winding through that gorgeous woodland pathway. Again, the die to be able to cut the frame, the stamp to give you that beautiful imagery. Again, if you don't want to use the die, you can simply look at that, stamp that out onto your card, get your tri-blends and colour that. It will look absolutely beautiful just for you, and have a wonderful day. Next up, again, another reason why I love this collection, because I love the little scenes that you got as well. This is that charming church. Beautiful, of course, if you're making wedding cards, maybe christenings, that kind of things. You've also got with this, enjoy your special day and thinking of you. Next in the collection, again, another one of my faves, is the Wild and Free. Look at those glorious stags. Where's that card? I can't remember where I put it, but anyway, the point is with this, you've got the ability again to create some beautiful scenes. That one comes with happy birthday and with love. And lastly, in this glorious collection is your beautiful scenic village. Look at all of the detail there. Look at the detailing of that die cut that you're going to get, and think how great that is going to look on a card, on a project. Or as we've said, you know, for so many different uses within your craft as well. £77 and $98 is the deal on that. You're saving $30.94 or $21.70. You're getting another 20% off that price if you are a platinum member. And of course, double points right across the weekend as well. Even if you're just shopping on the web, everything is double points. Right, let's have a look at some other creator cards that we've got on the show. These we showed you earlier on. This is the Christmas creator card panel die collection. It comes with 8 elements. So with this, you have got that gorgeous Bethlehem scene, which is like the nativity, I suppose, really. You've got a gorgeous Nordic reindeer scene as well. That was the one I was thinking of with, I think it was Nicole who'd made that beautiful scene card and had cut it 5 times to create, I'll show you again in a minute, a beautiful card. You then got your nostalgic Christmas, which are those beautiful baubles, and then the night before Christmas as well, with Father Christmas flying through the sky. We were showing you just a few moments ago as well the textured corner die collection. So again, if you want to kind of get into the realms and the world of creator card, but you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, maybe you're new to it and you want to see how it works for you, you just want to give it a little bit of a tickle, this is the way to go, because you get that beautiful abstract floral and the abstract argyle, you get that climbing rose, and you've got the drywall as well. The drywall top right of your screen is the die that Debbie was using just a few moments ago to create that beautiful card. £23 or $44 for that collection, saving 30% today, and then another 20% comes off that, of course, if you're a platinum member, and double points right across the show as well. A few more messages coming in. Lots of chat about sort of crafting through the years as well. We were chatting about dies earlier on, and Will was just saying, yeah, dies weren't the thing when I started crafting, but when I got my first machine, it was nothing like the Gemini. I had to put it through a few times. Yeah, we were just saying that a little bit earlier on, actually. Chat about craft wars as well. Beth just saying, craft wars was so much fun, especially when Craig and Debbie Robinson were on. They were hilarious. They were. I can imagine those two together. Boy, oh boy. Lots of love for the Stonewall card as well. Robbie saying, I love that Stonewall card. Tall Chicky saying, love all of the cards so far. Stephen saying, I'm definitely going to Craftaganza for sure. We haven't like set a date for this or anything yet. Don't get too excited if you've just joined going, what, they're doing Craftaganza? No, we're just saying when it does come back, we all want to be there. And lots of laughs about that picture that we showed you as well of Craig and Leanne. From Craftaganza. Rosalind Russell saying, Craig reminds me of V in the movie V for Vendetta. It does look a bit like that, actually. And Melissa on Facebook says, Craig be looking like the evil elf on the shelf.
Yeah, he does.
Doesn't he?
With the moustache.
Yeah, it looks like the evil elf that's going to put a bit of cling film over your toilet or something like that. Tall Chicky saying, I'm loving watching the demos, ordering too much from the warehouse sale and playing with my Mini. The US warehouse tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock UK time. That's coming up. Lots to look forward to. And just lots of love coming in for all of the cards so far. A couple of questions. Ooh, Human on YouTube says, can you please tell me the dimensions of a stepper card, of the stepper card? Or
of the stepper card, so that was this one here.
Yes.
So I've made this one out of a piece of A3 cardstock, but a little cheat for you. Just pop them to the side. So you can see this is one piece of card. So if you're making it out of A3, this is a 16.5 piece, and I've trimmed it to 6 inches. So you get 2 cards out of an A3.
Yeah.
I've then scored it at 6.5, and then 13, 14.5, and then it goes obviously to 16.5.
Okay.
And that creates your steppers. But for a cheat, if you've only got A4 card, if you use your cardstock, so this one, oh actually no, you can't do it. This is too big to do on an A4. What you could do is make it in 2 parts. So you could have one part that's going over and then make your stepper into the next piece and lock it into it. So it's just 2 pieces that you stick together.
Okay.
So yeah, and actually it's not in any particular size that I did it to. I just did it to the size of what I wanted. I knew I wanted this stuck up a little bit off the card. If I wanted to, I could have put that down and it would have made it a smaller card as well. But you can do your own dimensions on what they are. Sarah has done loads of YouTube tutorials on the Ultimate Pro and on the scoreboards to show how you can make all these different card blanks, and there really is numerous ones out there.
Can I just ask you Gilmore's question as well, who's just said, I'm contemplating getting some stamping card. Is it good for alcohol marker colouring?
Yes, it is. So Leanne has done a test on the card. Nina cardstock is the one that we recommend. It has been made for alcohol markers. So it is the perfect card. But if you haven't got Nina cardstock, it does work. What it actually does is any other card, it takes the ink more. So it just absorbs the ink a little bit more. So where Nina doesn't waste your ink. She did a 10-second, Ben, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a 10-second test that she does where she holds the nib of an alcohol pen on Nina cardstock, watercolour cardstock, and our smooth white stamping card, and each one, so the water card takes it the most, so there's a bigger pool of it. The Nina is just a dot, and the smooth card is next to the Nina. So watercolour you shouldn't use it on. Smooth white stamping card you can use it on, but Nina is best.
Brilliant, thank you so much. Couple of comments as well. Melissa on Facebook says, Leanne Chivers is going to get to you, Debbie, banging those double-sided dies like that.
She will, yeah, she's told me off before. She tells me off all the time. Still do it.
Deborah on Facebook says, I think there should be a craft rule between Ben and Joe. We can see if they've truly been paying attention on how to make a card.
Or a test. Oh, I was thinking more a test.
Oh no, not a test. I have, but you can choose to believe me or not, but I have actually over the years done a couple of, I mean not great ones, but a couple of demos on air where I've made cards. So I have done it in the past. I'd be up for doing a little one. I certainly wouldn't be up for doing any more drawing. But I reckon, give me a machine and some cards with dies, I reckon I could cobble something together. Yeah, bring it on.
Yes, just don't give him a pen.
Right, let's get back to the creator card set. Oh, you're holding up one of my very favourites from this collection. I love that one.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I'm only showing you a few because I just want to show you of the just a concept cards. So these have just been done in black and white, but it's just a few different ideas of how you can do them. So this one has just been used as a topper and stuck down onto cardstock. Then we've got the one that I did earlier where you can just take it straight to the card. Oh, sorry, I didn't do this one earlier. It was the butterflies.
Yeah.
This one is straight to the open card of your cardstock. I love this flower one because you can do it both ways. You can have it long ways and so horizontal and vertically. And then you've got this type of card where you can have it, let's put it the right way. You can have that side opening, so similar to the one that I'd done earlier. This one I'm going to demo next to show you how we can do that sort of tunnel vision where you're looking through, which looks amazing. And then what about doing something like splitting the dies? So you do half and half on each side and just become that open front. You could in fact cut them into the cardstock themselves that come on the side, stick them from behind with a piece of card and have a beautiful opening card. I mean, that is just so gorgeous. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to be using that gorgeous die, which is the Wild and Free. You get your main die. So with this creator card, you don't get an outside cutting edge. You just get the part that cuts in. And then we've got the beautiful stamp set. If I just place it over the top there, you'll be able to see it. it. Those gorgeous stags with the sentiments as well that you get in there. So what we're going to do to start with, we're going to cut it into a piece of cardstock. Just find my piece of card that was at hand. I'm sure I just had it. I'm losing the plot. I had it literally.
It's because you're tidying up after yourself. I've noticed how tidy you're being.
I am, yeah, I am a tidy crafter. But in the meantime, I've actually lost my
too
piece
tidy
of
by the
card.
look of it.
I'm too tidy. That's so strange. Honestly, I had
What are
it
you
right.
looking for?
It's okay. A piece of card. That's all I'm looking for. A piece of card. But don't worry. I'm going to go down here and find a piece. just like this.
It's magic. There we go.
It's magic, yeah. So my piece of card was cut to the size that I needed it to. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to bring my guillotine in. Oh, I'm normally so organised. Right, we're there, so don't worry. So I'm going to bring in this. I'm just going to, let me get the piece of card that I need. So about there. About there. So popping that in. There we go. That will be fine. So we've got our piece of cardstock and I'm going to cut this into the front. So just popping it, I'm going to pop it there. And then we're going to take our platforms. Actually, I'm going to take my Gemini Junior because we can run those through on there. And I'm just going to run through my die. So really, I just want to show you the die cutting and the stamping. I've already got pre-coloured images, and then we can show how you put the diorama card together.
Okay. Few people getting excited on the comments about, and this isn't happening, by the way. I mean, it might, but it's not at the minute. That would be a great battle. Ben versus Joe, says Aisha. I'd actually pay to watch that one. Oh, pay-per-view craft battle. Yeah, we could get like a Crafters Companion pay-per-view channel. You pay £10 each to watch it, and me and Joe get a cut of the money. I like that idea. Let's make it happen.
That would be so funny. But we're not going to charge anybody though, Ben.
No, we are, because Aisha is happy to pay to watch.
No, you were saying, yes, pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay-per-view, I think you should. You should definitely have it. Aisha said I'd actually pay to watch that one. So if we're doing it, I'll talk to Joe, and I'm sure he'll be on the same footing as me, that he'll want to do it pay-per-view. £10, box office special.
You'd be terrible, you two. I don't mean terrible as in crafting. I bet
would.
they'll like say, can we have a month's notice so we can go home and practice for the month? And Joe would be there every night with his die cutting machine, and he'd be cutting, and you'd be at home with the kids. You'll be getting Daisy to try and teach you how to die cut properly. What colours go with what? Daisy,
how do you know so much about us? This is weird.
I'm just imagining it all now. It'd be wars at dawn.
I think it'd be really cute mentioning the kids though as well. I really do think at some point, if they're up for it, getting the kids in, like getting my Daisy on. I think she'd be up for it. She's done a radio show with me in the past.
Oh, has she? How lovely is that?
I wonder whether Sarah's boys would be up for it. I think they came in once or twice and were quite shy. Or one of them was shy.
They are quite shy, yeah bless them.
So,
not like their mum.
No, exactly. Well, stuff for the future anyway. But maybe in a few years' time, when we've all retired, it'll be Daisy and
Oliver.
Sarah's boys running the channel.
Charlie would do it. I think he's Sarah and Simon's youngest.
Yeah.
I think he would be up for it. So Oliver, can be very shy. Bless him.
Yeah.
Now, if you bought on trains, I think he'd come and their train set is awesome. Have you ever seen their train set?
No, I haven't.
It is amazing. It just goes all around the house.
Oh, really?
The top landing.
I like that. Train set that goes around the house, and you can pop little things on the back of the train if you want to pass it to someone in another room.
And talking about amazing, look how amazing that is. Just being able to get that precision stamping in that die cut. And actually, because it's on there, we can't really see the die cut. So let's bring it off of there. So just peeling it away, and then we'll pop that to the side. I just want to try, let me find a black piece of card. There's a piece there. So let's pop that behind. Look how amazing that detail is. Looks incredible. Yeah, really lovely. So what you're going to then do, once you've done them, do them twice. So I've done them twice, and then I've just coloured them in. So I've just used some of my tricolour pens, and I've coloured the back one in. But on the next one, what I've done is snipped away. So all I've left is the main deer at the front. So then that just creates our tunnel vision. So then I'm going to bring in a piece of cardstock, which I've just inked with our blue and our lilac, and I've just used our ink pads to go on there. And then we're going to bring in a frame for the front of our card. So let's get our card together. So what I have done is I've created myself two little side ladders. So then we're going to do is glue this first part of the ladder. So I'm just going to bring in, where's Gloria? There she is. Let's bring Gloria in.
Gloria?
Gloria's my glue booth.
Oh, I did know that, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, she's my little glue booth. So made out of a lovely little water bottle. But I get precision crafting, it's my handy little thing. And then, there we go. So anyone that's new and just joined us and probably saying, who is Gloria the glue booth? It's my top tip. So the little glue bottles, let's just have a quick talk about the glue bottles, got a pin in there. Another top tip, put a piece of sellotape along the bottom. Because what that does is when you're traveling, you've got your pin. Now, and I'm sure lots of crafters will know this, these glue bottles, the pin goes rusty. Even the ones that say that they're anti-rust. They still go rusty because anything that gets wet and then it's left, it starts to go rusty. So your glue always needs to be upside down. It's got my initial on it, D, so just so, not that I think anyone would pinch it, but just in case they were thinking about it.
You want to put a bit more on there because that could get confused with other Debbies.
The other Debbie, oh it does, yeah, my drinks in the fridge get confused with the other Debbie. If you're watching Debbie Robinson, I know she's pinched one out the fridge.
I wonder who told her that.
But what's handy about this is it's just a water bottle and I've just cut the top off of it and it just holds your glue in place.
Brilliant.
But also the sellotape then, it holds your pin in place. So then when you put your pin inside, you don't lose your pin.
Have you trademarked this or patented
No,
this
and everyone
technology?
says I should get Sarah to make one, but when it's free, you can't. There's no point in having one, is there?
Could make you the next millionaire.
But I tell you, write in if you've got a Gloria, or you might have named them something else, but so many people have got them now, so they love my tip on the little water bottle top for your glue holder.
That is brilliant, isn't it? Kind of using everyday items to create something which is super useful.
Absolutely.
Like Brenda, of course, as well.
Brenda, yes. Brenda the...
Spray booth.
Spray booth, yes. So that's our first layer put in. Then we're going to put our next layer in. So again, I'm just putting glue. The reason I'm bringing in my small bottle of glue because it's just got tacky glue on it. The little strips that I've done are not big enough to put the tape pen. It means that then it will all stick the other pieces of card together. So I'm just going to hold that into place and it will only stick where I've put it there, which makes it a lot easier. So I'm just rubbing it just for a few seconds just to make sure that takes hold and then do the same on the other side. So really, if you're making any sort of diorama, it's just about building up those textures in the middle, using your stamps and your dies just to create your main panel pieces. And then just creating as you go along. So obviously we've done sort of an easy creator card where you're just cutting it into a piece of card, and then we're doing ones where you can sort of layer up. And it's what our masterclasses are all about.
Yeah. Just
learning, getting new techniques, hints and tips.
So that one, for example, that you're making there, it's similar to the one that I showed earlier. So what you could do is build more, like 3, 4, 5 layers, and then just kind of like fussy cut different elements out.
Absolutely.
To give the sort of foreground and the background, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. Yeah, and it just gives that real sort of difference in something you're looking at and points of interest.
Yeah.
These are the sort of cards, especially if you're giving them to a card that's not a crafter, they will be analysing and seeing how you've made a card like this, because it will blow people's minds when you've got all these tools to do it. So just sticking our last bit on here, Ben, on the top. And then putting that into place. So
Brilliant.
if we've got any new people viewing us today, because I know the last few days we've had lots of new watchers.
Yeah, we have.
It'll be lovely to hear from you. And see if you're already into crafting or if you've just started your crafting journey and what you'd like to see, because we do these amazing masterclasses that show so many different elements of what you can do.
No, absolutely. And also, by the way, and I don't know if this is coincidental, but I've certainly seen on my Facebook page, Ben Mosby, at Ben Mosby CC, if you search for it on Facebook, I've had loads of new people join up over the last couple of weeks. I would say probably almost like 100 new people have joined my page, which is great.
Wow.
So I don't know whether that is because people are obviously watching us here and then following all of the different pages that we've got. But we've all got our own pages. And yeah, yours, Debbie, has got like, so mine is this ugly mug going, and yours is a little cartoon face.
So when I first started with Crafters Companion, Sarah used to have every member of employment, she used to have a caricature made.
Oh, really?
So I think me, Fiona, Leanne and Sarah are probably now the only ones that have them. So because they stopped doing them because the company got bigger and there was more and more people and we couldn't keep up with that demand of the caricatures. So I feel like I'm very lucky to have a caricature. So that's what I use on the front of mine.
Ah.
So yeah, so that was the caricature that I had they'd done for me when I started.
They're really cool. You should definitely join up on those pages because you can see kind of behind the scenes stuff. You can see more crafty tips, and also you can message us, and if you've got any questions about things, we'll try and help you out. That's a great thing.
Absolutely, yeah. And you can find me on Debbie Fisher, Crafters Companion on Facebook, and Debbie Fisher CC on Instagram, because we are all on Instagram as well. So I follow you, Ben.
On Instagram?
Yes, on Instagram and Facebook.
I think I definitely follow you on Facebook. I'm not sure. Instagram's... No. No, here's the thing. Instagram is a thing that I'm trying to learn. Craig has been giving me Instagram lessons to try and get me up to speed with it because I'm very good on Facebook. Instagram's still quite new for me. So if I don't follow you on that, I will go and check and I shall certainly follow you back. So I feel a bit guilty now. But this is the kind of thing that you're able to do with the sets that we've got on the show. And I know I said a few moments ago that box was my favourite and then that rose was my favourite. I think it now might be this one because I tell you what, that is an absolutely stunning card. I'll tell you what, let me show the boards that I've got here. And whilst I'm doing that, Debbie, if you can get your cards ready over there that you've already made, and then we can get everybody voting for their demo of the show. So, this is the Creator Card Die and Stamp Collection, 24 elements in total. This you saw demoed a little bit earlier on. This is the gorgeous butterfly frame. So that awesome frame with the beautiful stamp to go with it. Congratulations and hello. This is the flowers and vines frame. As I say, I'm sure we saw this a little bit earlier when Mary sent in the card that she had made. Glorious. I also love this, which is your natural beauty. Again, think about using this as an element for a diorama card, as we've just seen, to really create that focal point and the depth on the card. Beautiful stamp. If you just want to use that individually, of course you can as well to colour that in. Then we've got the gorgeous Charming Church. Love this as well. Again, absolutely stunning artwork. Enjoy your special day thinking of you. Brilliant for wedding cards and christenings too. This is the card that we've just seen, or the die I should say, Wild and Free. Again, so much snippability in here to be able to go kind of cut to create the foreground and the background effect and create those sort of scene cards, and then a beautiful stamp to go with it too. And then finally within this collection is that gorgeous Scenic Village. Once again, there's your die, there's your stamp, combine it, boom, there it goes. £77 or $98, saving, well, over £30, over $21 today. Double points as well, don't forget, that ends at the end of play on Sunday. So if there's anything that you fancy on this show, anything that you've seen on the website, get it before the end of the weekend, because double points will not be here on Monday. Right, before we squeeze in one final quick demo, it is time to do the lineup. This is where you get to have a look at the cards that Debbie has made and then get your votes in. We're going to give you about 6 or 7 minutes. So here we go. Here is card number 1.
Should we call this one Butterflies?
Let's just number them because I think we all get.
Is that what
confused.
they've started to do now?
Yeah,
is it? We used to give them names.
No, this is 2. Was this the second one that you did?
This what?
Was that the second one you did? It was it? It just seems like you did that one. Oh, it doesn't matter.
What was the second one?
Don't worry about doing them all. I'm confusing it now. So.
Where's that gone?
I want to say
you're right. I
did
did do one and it's disappeared.
You've done so many demos, Debbie. I've lost track of what's going on here.
Oh yeah, I did a
It was definitely the butterflies first, wasn't it? And then what was the second one? It wasn't. Double-sided die.
I can't even remember what it was.
No,
what have I done with it? I don't know.
We've only been here a couple of hours and things have gone missing.
Honestly, I'm a nightmare today. What's going on?
Wait, it was from this collection, wasn't it? Wasn't it the rose?
I know what it was. No, it was the. this was
Oh, no,
the rose, and there's a peony one missing,
Peony.
but I don't know what I've done with
All right, well, we can't vote for that one, can we now, if you've lost it? Just, I don't know how we can have lost it in the space that you crafted over there. But listen, look, one, let's have a look then over there. One.
Yeah, sorry. So this will have to be one.
Is that card? Yep.
Two, three, 4.
As the box.
And 5.
All right, so there you go. So 1 with the butterflies, 2 is the drywall, 3 those gorgeous roses in the back, the black and white, the monotone. Then you've got the box is 4, and then the deer card is 5. There we go, about as clear as mud. But vote for your favourite. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Whichever one gets the most votes in the next 5 minutes, we will crown as our demo of the show and pop up onto our Crafty Walk of Fame. Oh, the blue one was the second one, was it? Is that all of them?
Oh, that then, it's...
No, don't confuse it now, Debbie, for goodness sake.
Oh, no, that is right. 1.
That's order. No, 1, the other side, the butterflies. 1.
That 1, 2.
No, don't move them around now. But stay where it was. Ah! That's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as it is on the screen. Right. Move on. For anybody who's just joining us, it isn't normally this manic, and it's normally, as I say, it's more professional, but it's not when I'm on. Right, let us do one more demo. We've literally got, are you going to be able to do one in 6 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
It won't be a full one, but we will show how we can cut it.
Okay. Monica just saying, I love my Gloria, by the way. It's wonderful and really helps. That's an amazing tip, read the glue, says Joe, from drying out. Mind blown, I'm off to drink some water so I can have a Gloria. And Christine just saying on Facebook, I was one of the first to join Ben's page. Yes, I remember that, Christine, so thank you for that. Let's see this final quick demo then. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've got a little bit of a different variation going on here. I've created a background with some sparkle pens. So just a splodgy background, which looks lovely. And then I've got my red mirror card and just some white card. So what I'm going to do is cut out this lily card. So again, I'm going to look to... Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Look, I'm leaving. That's not good because we might not have time to get all the bits out and cut it. So let's hope. I don't want to end up banging my die, which I do normally do. I'm going to admit, I normally just sort of bang it down to get all the bits out.
All of our viewers will be dobbing you in now.
Yeah.
They're all watching, they'll tell Leanne, they'll send messages to her Facebook page.
I think me and Sarah both do it. We always knock our dies on the side. Yeah, we're very naughty. Do it. I think we do all do it. I think me and Sarah are the only ones that are brave enough to do it on air and get told off by Leanne.
Not good practice, is it? Not good.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say that. Dies are very robust. I've never ruined a die. What I would say is be careful not to... I'm just, sorry, before I talk, I'm just making sure I've got the right one. So that's the right way round, I think. If it's not, it doesn't matter. Pop them over the top. We will find out, and then we'll run them through. Luckily, it doesn't take long to go through. I've switched my plates out, so I'm going to have to just take... Oh, I'm so not organised, am I? Right, let's bring these plates back in.
Okay.
I thought I had them to hand. And you know what? I can't blame anybody else because it's only really been me in these last couple of days. So if I've put it somewhere, it's me that's put it somewhere and lost it.
Yeah, we can't blame Craig on this occasion.
No, I can't blame
Craig. Getting a lot of the blame over the last few
I try not to blame anyone unless I definitely know it's them.
Yes. Like we definitely know who stole your drink from the fridge.
So let's put these in here. I have to be honest though, I'm a person that'll take the blame for anyone.
Really?
Blame me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, I don't mind that. So that's why I never mind if I blame someone else because I think I don't mind taking the blame. It's fine. It's craft fun, isn't it? If we've sort of got something or put it in the wrong place. And I think it's a bit like, I think everyone organises it like their own craft rooms at home. So they put things back where they would have it at home. Yeah. And then it's not in the same place. And Sarah, funny enough, said that the other day. So she went to get something and it wasn't there. And that's where she would normally put it. But it had been put somewhere else because obviously that person then would have put it in a different place. But that, when she thought about it, she said, but actually that was probably the right place to put it. And I'd been putting it in a different place.
That happens to me at home quite a lot. I like put stuff away in a place that I like it to be, and then my wife comes along and she moves it to another place, and I tell her off for moving my stuff, and then she goes, yeah, but it's better in that place because of this, and then I go, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and it's horrible to admit.
Right.
Yeah, horrible to admit. Us women are always right.
I'm laughing, but I know it's true. Oh dear.
My daughter always says that. Why are you always right, Mum? I was like, I'm not always right, just most of the time.
99% of the time.
Most of the time.
I just enjoy the 1% of the time when I am actually right and I can rub it in my wife's face. Doesn't happen very often.
And don't you find, and I wonder if our viewers think the same, but men tend to relish when they're right. It's the biggest deal in the world. It's yes, I knew I was right. I knew I was right.
Yeah, because we're wrong on, as I said, we're wrong.
And then you're like, what do you say?
Occasion.
Sorry, what do you say? That's what they say. The men say to the women, sorry, what was that? Was that a sorry? Yeah. They want you to apologise.
Don't like to say I told you so, but I told you so. You've got about a minute, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. We've got a minute. We can do it. We've got a minute. Have we really only got that amount of time?
I don't know where the time has gone. It's flown by.
Wow.
And then we got to announce the winner of our demo of the show as well.
Oh. Do you mean a minute here or a minute in total?
We've got a minute in total.
Oh, we better announce them while I'm just putting this together then, Ben.
Yeah. Oh, oh, hang on. You just keep doing that a second. I've just lost me. I've just lost. Talking about losing things.
We could go over, can't we?
My computer, my tablet's just gone. Hang on. I've not got much time.
So, just pop in all my glue dots on the back here. We're going to mat and layer this over the top of our image.
Yeah.
I do love this one. So pretty. And then we will get this onto our card. And there we go.
Lovely.
And there we go, look at that. And I'm going to show the card, but in the roses, because I'd already done a roses demo, I thought we'd do a slightly different one. But look how gorgeous they both look. And there we go.
Amazing. Can you remember the order that you showed the cards in previously?
I can, yes.
Good, because I can tell you the winner is...
Hurry up, Ben.
Line them up. Oh, sorry. Number 3.
That was this one.
Yes. My favourite.
Yeah, it is rather gorgeous, that one. Yeah, it's that monotone effect, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. Well, listen, we'll get that up on our Crafty Walk of Fame, and it could be the one that wins the demo of the week tomorrow, Second Chance Sunday. Listen, if you've got anything in your baskets that you've bought during Masterclass, make sure you check out your baskets, and of course you can continue to buy after the show. Debbie, thank you so much. Always a lot of fun.
Yes, it's always lovely. 2 more shows to go still, and we've got so much to show you, especially the Sharon Callis, one of my all-time favourites.
I know. If you've missed any of the recent Sharon Callis collections, you are going to love the show. It will be me, Debbie, and also Maxine, who's going to be joining us on the Craft House, with Craft Vault to come a little bit later on as well. We will have an hour break, and we'll be back with you here on Crafters TV at 4 o'clock UK time. See you in a bit.